A few weeks back, I took a look at the game streaming beta application on Android. This week, I am bringing you guys the actual application that Microsoft is going to publish xCloud on, which is the Xbox Game Pass application. Currently, as of recording today, it is only available on the Xbox Game Pass beta application on Android. And obviously, it's not on iOS, unfortunately, for what the crazy stuff going on with iOS is. But currently, it's only on the Xbox Game Pass beta application on Android. Anyone can look at this application and they might have access to the cloud gaming tab that I'll show you in the video. But just stay tuned on what's to come and how to access xCloud. So here it is. Here is the Xbox Game Pass beta application. Now, the reason why I'm looking at this one and not the normal one that is on Android is simply because the cloud gaming aspect is not available yet on the regular version. It's only available on the beta version. But eventually this beta version will become the mainstream. So by the time, hopefully, the cloud gaming feature comes out for the regular Game Pass stuff, this will be what you get. So here it is. I'm looking at it mainly because, the Surface Duo is here, or it's coming out September 10th. And you can also use this application since it is an Android device. So let's take a deep dive in and just take a look, see what it is. So right off the bat, it's pretty simple, straightforward. And now I am using it with this Power A clip with my Xbox controller. So you can see it's pretty smooth in terms of the interface. I can also swipe with my finger as well. So you see the difference between this and that. Me swiping, I can do that, swipe up and down. It works smooth. It's really straightforward. It's got your home button. It's got your profile button. There's my profile right there. You've got your rewards balance, and then you've got your quests, these little Xbox Live Quests, perks, and things like that. And then you've got here your queue and your library tab. Now, what this does is, if I want to manage the active console, right now I just reset my console, so I don't really have this. This is not really up to date right now, but on your console stuff, you'll see what your console is, how much storage you have, and you can see the games I have available on my console. I have Kingdom Hearts, Path of Exile, Sonic Mania, and so on. You can also see the installed games by the size of storage they take up. So Kingdom Hearts takes up the most, and then the least is Sonic Mania at 300. So you can see that. And then if I go back one tab, you can see that I'm downloading some things here. So I was looking at Streets of Rage 4, Descenders, and Journey to the Savage Planet, and so on. And Play Later tab is there too, with Moving Out and stuff, and Kingdom Hearts as well. So it's a pretty straightforward layout for the library / just like that tab for your library. Now, if I go here back to home, you can see this is the carousel here. This is the carousel here that you can see what games are available. Now, they have 3 tabs. They have console, which are games available for console, and it even tells you get ready to play a bunch of Xbox games on mobile starting 9/15. So it's not September 10th. September 10th is for Surface Duo, and then 9/15 or September 15th is for this cloud gaming feature on my left that not everybody has. Then you got your PC games that you can also download as well, so you can just choose whatever you want here. This is the Game Pass app, so these are what's currently available. And if I even press Final Fantasy VII Windows Edition and I hit install, I can pick the computer I want it to be, and I can hit install to this PC, and then when it's ready, it'll queue it to my PC. And then what I'm seeing here on my Microsoft Store, in fact, you guys won't be able to see it, but on my Microsoft Store, I see Final Fantasy VII sitting right there. So it's going to download, and it's pretty straightforward. I see it right there. It says in the download queue, Final Fantasy VII Windows Edition. So it's pretty cool, and I'll put a screenshot up that you guys will see that. Another thing here too, if I scroll down, you can see pictures, and just tap the pictures, and you can see just, a bigger screen view of Sephiroth and things like that, Cloud and Barret and stuff like that. And scroll down more, you can see all the information that is required, what's the system requirements for minimum and recommended, and so on. And then if you just go to the back tab, I can just press A. You can see the other stuff here. So it's the same layout for all 3 tabs. So if I scroll up, you can see, if I go to console, there's obviously going to be more games available on console, and it's the same thing. If you hit show all, it's the same thing. You can see all the games available, most popular on console. And then if I scroll down more to quests, recently added, and so on and so forth, you can just see every single thing there. And then lastly, if you go to all games, you can see every single game available on Game Pass for console, and there's quite a lot. In fact, I'm still scrolling right there and all the way down to Final Fantasy VII at the very bottom. And then if I go back, go into the top, you got your genres. As you saw, this is a pretty straightforward thing. You got your genres right there. Scrolling up more, you got your achievements and quests and things like that. So you can see Bard's Tale, what it's about. It's a hack and slash in this classic Xbox RPG, The Messenger, Venture Through the Cursed World, things like that. And then going to the top, I'm sure you guys see this. It doesn't show up on everybody's, but I have here Cloud Gaming, which you need to have Game Pass Ultimate. So if I hit Cloud Gaming, you can see all the things that are available. And this is what I did a video on in the before, and you see that it says it finished installing Final Fantasy VII, and I can confirm in front of me here that Final Fantasy VII is also complete on my computer, so it's pretty one-to-one. This is what I did a video on in the past before, so not much is different, but you can see you've got different games here. So let's say I want to pick up, I don't know, let's say I want to pick up Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So if I want to pick that up, you can see all the information there. If I want to install it, I can install it. If I hit install to 10 gigabyte, you can see which Xbox I can install it to, and then you can hit install to console. Don't know why you can't install it to PC as well, since it is available there, but it is what it is. And then if I hit play, you can see in glorious HD, as much HD as a phone can do, that Ori, and it says beta there, it's loading up. It says getting your game ready, and I'll cut this animation in half so you guys don't have to sit through this loading thing forever. And here we are back. You see the Unity logo in the corner there. And this is Ori. You can see the Wi-Fi. It's kind of being iffy right now, so it's going to be a little laggy, I can already tell. Everyone's results will be different, obviously, but mine currently has an issue because the time I record, it's like 1 o'clock right now. If I go in, you will see in just a second that Ori and the Will of the Wisps, if I believe is what I clicked on, will load up. So let's jump into that. So he says Xbox Game Studios, and then you keep going. I've turned off sound for a reason, just in case copyright. And then you can see here, and here we are in the title screen of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Now, pressing A, Ori is a game that requires a lot of timing and precise timing and things like that. So it's a game that if this cloud gaming thing does not work out very well with latency, it's a game that I just would not play without the correct timing. So you got your start game, you got your options. If I hit start, you can see I've already beaten the game, so I can show you Willow's end area, 98% done with the game. Hit continue. And now one thing you're also noticing too is that the far right of my screen is kind of cut off, and that's because I think it's only a 16:9 ratio for this game and just about every game. And so you're not going to see that because I'm using a Note 10 Plus, you're not going to have the thing fill up to the entire screen. Even if I pinch, it's not going to show up. Now, this is Ori, so I'm doing that, jump in. Let's see, I'm going to see what happens when I jump. So let me see. It looks like I have just like a couple fractions of a second latency difference. You got that. It looks good. It looks good. I don't want to die. In fact, I don't even want to. I don't know where the end of the game is. I don't remember. Let me see something. Okay, so that's the end of the game. We don't want to do that. Just to not show you. Let's jump down here. You see the lag just coming in right there. You see how it's kind of parallax affecting. It's kind of strange, but it works really well. Teleportation, it's not as smooth and crisp as what would be on the Xbox console and what would be on PC. I played this game on PC, but it works pretty well. It looks good, especially when I look down at my phone and not playing the game directly from the monitor that I'm looking at. So far, even though I'm not looking down too much at my phone, it looks like I could kind of play this game without the lag a little bit. I can kind of play this game, but it's not exactly like something that I could recommend someone play like a top tier game with, because it would just hurt, and I'm doing terribly because of this latency. But you can see just kind of how that works. Another thing that I can do is if I tap the screen and I hit the X button, you can see the guide that shows up there. You can't tap the guide now. You have to use the controller to dig through the guide. And it's the same guide as what's on Xbox. There's just not much there. So I can see my friends and everything. Just basically what you're all familiar with. Now, if I tap the screen and you see those 3 dots in the corner, in fact, let me close out of the guide If I tap the screen and I see those 3 dots in the corner, I can press that and I can mute the microphone. So that way, if I'm talking to friends via this thing, no one can hear me. And then I can hit quit game and it says, are you sure you want to quit? And so on. And just like that, it jumped back into the regular screen. And then I can go back home and it's there. So they even have Halo 5 Guardians on there as well. So yeah, that was just a quick looking at the Game Pass beta application, the Xbox Game Pass beta application on Android. So see what you guys can get into when it comes out officially for everybody. Some of you guys looking at this video might have that feature already available, the cloud part, but most of you guys will most likely just have your console and your PC section right there. You only have those two. It took a while for the cloud part to show up for me too. Now it looks as if you can't stream the cloud games from your Xbox like you can on the game streaming application that was out when xCloud was truly in beta. You can't just look at your console games. You can only do xCloud games. That's what cloud means for this. So I wonder if they'll let you stream games directly from your console and not Microsoft servers in the future. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this whole application, and let me know what else you guys think I should take a look at before the Surface Duo comes out. I'm thinking about getting it, but I have to see if I have enough income to get it. So stay tuned for that news, and take care everybody, and have a safe and wonderful Tuesday.